Good evening, this is Spirit Journey. This is my second audio of the day. It is December 26, 2019, and the time is about 7:20 p.m. I'm doing this audio prompted by information that I got from this fellow YouTuber, and I thought it was very, very interesting. This YouTuber had talked about AI and how it is being used, and I thought it was really interesting. So she shared this particular this page on over the internet on what's called biometrics. Now, this particular YouTuber had shared many times that she was implanted by these tracking devices that are located in her pelvic area and in her head. And today, she was really, really passionate about sharing the information to the community to let us know what's going on. And I feel I'm grateful for today's intro. I think this one is one of her best videos. It was very, maybe I'm just more receptive to today's video, but it really just had me thinking. And she was reading this document that she found, and I thought it was really telling. Okay, let's see here. Okay, it reads, weaponizing AI by utilizing humanity's biometric and social media data and misusing the technology by controlling the human race and its thoughts through social engineering and biodigital social programming by using people's biometric systems through Google and Facebook's ecosystems, coding, algorithm unfairness, with the use of social media data, their emotions, weaponization of the internet, smartphones, I don't know what that word is, looks like IoTs, and computers, thus controlling human thoughts and humanity at a global scale against their free will and knowledge, etc. And I thought, wow. I thought it was really deep. It goes on, this information about what's being used. But it's this AI is becoming so sophisticated that it's like tracking you. And again, that you didn't have a say in the matter, but it taps onto you, whether you're using your smartphone, as I mentioned, as they mentioned, the internet, and that it's being weaponized. And this particular YouTuber had shared that this individual is trying to market a product, and she realized upon her research that she is still being targeted, not just with the implants, the chips that are in her body, but that the AI is being used with her computer, and it is blocking her ability to to market. She had sent out many emails over, like she did one, she personally typed in 200 emails and sent out to past clients. In addition to this, I forget what you call it, but like when there's a collective, and this collective was several million. And she got maybe 5 responses. Just statistically speaking, the likelihood, why isn't she getting clients? And this person does, I think they had gotten their marketing degree, but just in all likelihood, well, she learned with her research that there's technologies via AI, and you can send out emails, but this AI that is programmed to be biased against Black people who are trying to sell and redirecting the potential sales to other people. And so it's like a screen, a filter that's being used to favor some groups over others via the algorithms that is implanted in your devices, in software, in all these things. And it's something. And so why am I addressing this issue? Why should I care? Well, I'm a Black person, and something strange happened to me. See, I was listening to this same YouTuber. She's also a Black woman. And I started to remember something that happened to me. Well, I wanted to be proactive over my life, and I wanted to do something great with my life. Here I had graduated with my master's, and the degree didn't work for me. So I said, I'm not going to feel sorry for myself. I said, something, I want to start a business in my home. And I learned a new skill, soap making. Yes. And I thought it would be a fun way to make money. I love toiletries. And when I got the product, I went on eBay to sell my soap. And guess what happened? eBay pulled my product from their site. And so I contacted them and said, what's happening? I had these items up for sale and you pulled it down. Oh, we had to pull it down because, you didn't have enough photos. It was incomplete. I said, incomplete? I said, well, I have pictures of it. I disclose where it's made, the ingredients, everything. I discuss who I am, my background. What are you saying? He says, you need to put more photos. I said, well, it's a bar of soap. How many photos you need for 1 bar of soap? So I said, okay. I'll put up more pictures of the soaps. I think I did 8 photos of 1 bar of soap. Okay. And the thing is back up. I had to reload it. And they did it again. They pulled it. said, what happened? Why did you pull my soap? They said, oh, well, you can sell soap on eBay, but you can't sell your soap with what's on the site because we're going to pull it down again. I said, why are you doing this? Well, you have to look more closely. Maybe you should analyze what other people who sell soap versus you. I said, there's no difference. I said, it's full disclosure. Why are you doing this? So, what's happening there? See, if she initially said it's about the number of photos, and I knew that wasn't it. I see it is called weaponization. It's called profiling. It's called AI. It's called redirecting and pulling away your ability of commerce in favor of other people who are selling the same product. Okay? That's what's happening. It's also profiling. Let's say another incident happened to me. I go to a bank. I used to have a bank account. And then that particular bank got bought out by a major bank in this country, in the USA. And so I went to the bank to deposit money and to get a list of the banks in the area of this new bank that now I'm a member of, because it was bought, the old bank was bought out by this new one. So I just wanted to get as a reference, so I know where I can go to, where they're located in the city, so, I'll be able to find it easier. Well, this was a problem, and I got profiled, and a security guard on me. It was one of the most bizarrest incidences. I'm a mild-mannered person, and that incident happened about 10 years ago, and it was over the summer. No, over 10 years ago. Yeah, I think it was actually over 10 years ago. Yes, it was right after a family member had passed. They had passed away 2 weeks prior, yes. So it's a little over 10 years. And I asked myself, why did they call a security guard? I deposited my money at the teller, and I was instructed to go to customer service to get the address listing of the other bank locations. And when I arrived at the customer service, which was a couple of feet away from the teller, the security guard comes up and is eyeballing me and was saying things to me, and the customer service person started to act bizarre. Well, I think I was profiled. But why? Well, that may be what happened maybe 8 years prior. I went to open up a bank account. This was in 2001. This was shortly after, I think it was 2 weeks after the September 11th, 2001 chaos at the World Trade Center. And this particular bank had a policy that was in place. It's called Know Your Neighbor. And this Know Your Neighbor had to do with anyone. It's a way of profiling people so that you only get certain people to do business with at the bank. So you either had to work in that immediate area within a mile or live within a mile of that specific bank location. I have opened up bank accounts in another county, and I wanted to open up my bank account in this location because it was the shopping district in the county I lived in. And I called them 3 times to get more information about how could one open up a bank account there and what's required and all that. And so I decided to open up my account at that location. So I brought all my documents. And as I was entering into the bank, a client was leaving, and I entered in, and I'm the only one in there. And that's when all the mess began. Because I did not work or live within a mile of that bank location, and I live in that county, I was denied. And the manager went cuckoo on me. Oh, yes. He had a mental breakdown in front of me and started to get verbally aggressive and use racial epithets. And I couldn't believe it. He refused to open up the account, the account at the bank for me. And it was just awful. So I think, well, I did press charges. And I notified different, the Federal Reserve. There are 2 Federal Reserves. The main one, and then there's a Federal Reserve for each bank. And so I had to do 2 of them. And I notified the newspapers. And I wrote a letter to the bank itself, the president of the bank, and other outlets that I notified in writing. The newspapers, the television news, they never responded to my letters. The unions, I notified the unions. Well, to make a long story short, nothing really came out of my complaint. And they said that they were in the right to do what they did. And I guess also the racial epithets were okay by them as well. But again, that particular time was white people, well, some white people were saying that it was okay, that they felt justified in profiling even American blacks, people of color, because they felt threatened. So I think I got on a list. And here it's a different bank. But I'm speculating that maybe my name got on a list with other banks. That's the only thing I can think of. I have no idea what happened. And this new bank, I wrote a letter to the general manager for that bank, who's in charge of the East Coast, where I live of that bank. I did speak to that person over the phone after they received my letter, and I left my telephone number, and he called. And to make a long story short, they said, "I'm sorry, we don't need to see you," because I asked to see him in person and to go over the video, the surveillance tape of the incident, and to find out why they did what they did to me and who notified security on me. So that's what happened. He refused to say, "You got what you needed, and there's nothing more to be said." I kid you not. Something happened. And so so when this YouTuber of today shared this information about AI, it really had me thinking. It was saying that these devices that we use, the computers, the smartphones, that they could influence your emotions, therefore your behavior. It is bizarre. It can tell you what to buy, what not to buy, where you go for business, who to buy from. All these things can be done upon you. They can sell you data. They have this face recognition, and it can track you, and track you based on race. Hey, if you look this way, like the AI for tracking is designed, it has a strong database that can recognize white people, but its sensitivity for people of color is lacking. Therefore, that is going to give false positives for people of color, because it knows how to recognize white people because white people design it. But for people of color, it has a higher error rate. That means you can be pulled over more often if they confuse you with some other criminal. Okay? So it could criminalize someone just based on their race, their color. So much is happening. And then I started thinking about other things, about how sinister these computers are being, as in this article, weaponized by the AI. And some things that happen to you is not your imagination. It could be used to influence you. In 2011, it was a good moment. It was November, the first week of November, and I was relaxing. I just had an exam to graduate from college. And I just wanted to just relax that weekend because all my work was done. I just had the exam the day before. And so I just wanted to just look at video, just veg out. And so I was watching these videos. And for the first time, so I started to feel uncomfortable. in my chest. And at that point onward, I developed for the first time like this what they call anxiety and panic attacks. And I'm thinking, I'm a healthy individual. I was in my late 40s, and everything was good. And I was very hopeful with everything since I was to graduate. But then I get hit. Something happened. But look, what I was reading earlier about this weaponizing of AI, okay, that they're doing things with over the internet, and that they're not informing the public of their dependency on smartphones, okay, is due to frequencies and artificial intelligence software emitted from the AI systems and devices that is connecting to the neural networks of humans. Neural networks of humans, creating a symbiotic process, making them a cyborg dependent, reliant, controlled, and programmed by the products and services provided by, and they give the listing. But see that word, neural networks of humans. When I was looking at my iPad at the time, now these AI is implanted in the software. When you look into it, it can send out, hear what I just said, frequencies, okay, not informing the public that their dependency on smartphones, or I guess the iPads, is due to frequencies and artificial intelligence software emitting from the AI systems and devices that is connecting to the neural networks of humans, etc. Bingo. Bingo, bingo. I think I was attacked by AI. I was just watching a random view. It was a video. It was a series of videos I was watching on what they call the hip-hop, the history of hip-hop music and culture. That's what I was watching. It was in the afternoon, and it might have been, they had something on that and Michael Jackson. And all of a sudden, the center of my chest started to feel uncomfortable. Now, what if this AI is programmed that anybody who watches certain topics gets zapped, and that it affects their neural networks? Okay? This video, I don't even remember the specific video. It was just a random video on hip hop culture and Michael Jackson. I was never the same. I was never the same after that. I started to get serious panic attacks. What if this AI reprogrammed and programmed me so that any type of certain subject matters, news, I couldn't look in people in the eye. I was watching TV. I joined a a health club. I thought maybe I just need to exercise because I was studying so hard for the final. And nothing worked. Went to the gym, they have, the TV on, and I had to stop. They had the news on, and I could not look them in the eye. And I never experienced this. It would result in a panic attack. I think I was hit by this artificial intelligence system of this thing. This is the only thing that's really logical. I'm a healthy person. I eat healthy food. I do not drink. I do not smoke. I do not do drugs. I was healthy before looking at the video, and I was never the same. This is an evil, evil technology. That's something so powerful, and as this ad says, this article, weaponizing AI by utilizing humanity's biometrics and social media. Social media is YouTube. Social media data, and misusing the technology by controlling the human race and its thoughts through social engineering and biodigital's social programming, etc. This is something. Yeah, this person, this YouTuber who shared this, she's sharing a document from a Chinese lawsuit against Facebook, Google, and the alphabet agencies. And I just thought it was very, very compelling when she read the article of this lawsuit that they're using this AI technology against people in China. Wow. This is really something. So the other point that this YouTuber gave was that, again, it is social engineering. That this technology is preventing this YouTuber to be able to market effectively, to get clients. Because it is this AI is blocking access of her product being marketed to people. It's blocking so they don't get it. Or let's say with YouTube, and you upload videos and you have subscribers, but the amount of subscribers you have and the amount of views that you get, it just doesn't add up. And some of the people, I used to have these regulars. They used to contact me all the time. And then I noticed they weren't on. Again, people have lives. And then they got in contact with me. They said, "Oh, you're still on. I haven't been getting any of your videos, so I thought you might have left YouTube." So I said, "Hey, let me just try to find her." So they said they remembered my name, and they typed it in, and they see I have videos up. And at that time when that person contacted me, I was putting up 3 videos a day, and this person wasn't getting. See that? So here, like this other YouTuber, you're putting them out there, you're putting your product out there, and you're really pumping them out, and your intended market and the people, your subscribers, aren't getting it. Why aren't they getting my videos? It was more than one person that contacted me. and told me, we're not getting your videos. So, this seems like, again, their algorithms are designed to block me. They also say on my channel that they are limiting my monetization. They said some words like, it's not, what's the terminology? So with not something about advertisers. It's not advertiser friendly or something. It doesn't, something about advertisers. Well, there are tons of advertisers out there. So which ones? Why should A, B, and C advertiser influence what I get? There are other advertisers out there. But see, this is called social engineering again. That they're saying, we don't want you to put that content out there. And so we're going to make the excuse about it's not that's the word, advertiser friendly. But yet some of these advertisers that come on to my videos, some of them I'm not in favor of either. And I don't want them to advertise on my video. So how about that? So again, this YouTuber who did this video on the AI, the weaponization of AI, has a very strong point. That is, it is controlling your ability to be a part of this social network that many people are thriving on economically, while it's inhibiting others. So it is racism designed into AI, and is saying we're going to target these people over these people. We want these people to get the viewership and thus the money. And then this group of people, we don't want them to get the views. We don't want them to thrive. So we're going to limit exposure. And if they send out emails to try to get new viewers, whatever, we're going to block it. And that's what's happening. They're blocking my videos. They're blocking her emails. And remember, you viewers, my regulars out there, about 2 weeks ago, I have two monitors. And both of them were on at the time, but only one of them was playing a video while the other one was just dormant. And you know what happened? AI was listening to what my other monitor was saying. And again, it wasn't me talking, it was a video I was watching. But the other monitor has a mic in it. And it started singing. And it had the printing out what it was singing. It was something sarcastic, just gibberish. It's AI. And there was something else with the AI I was on another device. This might have been maybe 3 weeks ago maximum. And I was on my iPad and my finger just ran down the side of the iPad and maybe my finger hit something by accident. I was to watch a video on YouTube, and the series went on, and it was 3 words, and the middle word was the F word, and it said, sorry, I can't respond to that, something like that. Why did it have that? Who put that sentence in there? And why did it respond like that? See that? That's AI. And it's getting fresh. AI is getting sarcastic and somehow is listening to conversation, storing the what's being said, whether it be in a video or personal conversation. And then sometimes a glitch happens, your finger hits something, rubs against something on the device, and it clicked on all by itself and started talking and responded to these curse words. AI is getting out of hand, and I don't like it. And I don't like the power that it's having over demographics. Yeah. This has to stop. This has to stop, because it is just another form of oppression, but using technology in a sneaky way. And then you wonder, hey, you're applying yourself. You're doing all this and that to promote yourself, but you're not thriving. One of the reasons why you're not thriving is because they set it against you. They know where you live. AI has information on zip codes. People live in certain zip codes. People of certain groups like watching certain types of videos, or maybe their occupation, and they watch different videos based on their occupations. And so they're able to guess what the race or ethnicity, age of peoples, and then target you based on those demographics. So you don't even need an employee anymore to discriminate against you. Just have AI, and it does all the social engineering for them. This is just food for thought. Let me know, guys and gals, what your experiences are as it pertains to AI. Are you being weaponized by AI? Are you being harmed by it? What are your experiences with regard to AI? What is happening to you in your community? In what state you live in, or what country you live in? How are you being targeted? Thanks again for listening. Bye-bye.